Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirits, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, most amazing, beautiful viewers. If you're new to this channel, welcome here. I'm so glad to have you here today. I hope these messages resonate for you. And if you are returning, I'm so grateful and so thankful to have you guys here today. You guys are all very safe and welcome in this space with me today. If you guys hear noises, that is a lot of things going on outside, and I got the window open. So we will be pulling 3 cards here to guide you guys into this reading, and I'm super excited to do this reading. We're looking at the super new moon, which is a solar eclipse in Aries. So what does this mean? Well, Aries is all about the I am energy, which is doership, self-empowerment. So we're going to look at what is the major energy shift coming for you with this solar eclipse and this super new moon in Aries. And we are also in Mercury retrograde. So what is going on exactly? Well, lots of energy dynamic, and specifically it's going to be unique for each one of you guys. So we're going to pick the general energy that's going on around you during this time. All right, so if you're watching at the time of the recording, the new moon solar eclipse is scheduled for tomorrow. And because my readings are all timeless, whenever you click on this reading, the messages were meant to find you, because I do believe you do come in contact with the readings that are meant to find you when the time is right. All right, so let us take a look at the 3 options. If at any point you are called to one of these picks, your timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It will take you directly to your pick. Pick 1, pick 2, and pick 3. And we'll also be pulling a charm from the charm box for each of these cards. So let's take a look. Option 1, we have separation. So this is number 70, or the number 7, with separation. Option number 2, we have Saturn with the number 7. Wow, 7 being a theme here. Some heavy energy going on. And for option number 3, we have Ash, 33, or the number 6. Okay, wow, lots of heavy energy. Let's pull the 3 charms. For option 1, we have, pull this guidebook out. Option 1, we have the cross, the crucifix here. Wow, very intense energy here. Option number 2, we have this Celtic knot. This Celtic knot, a bunch of loops. Option number 3, we have the open book. We have the open book. Okay, I'm going to move this box out of our way. I will leave the video running for a bit so that you guys can tap into your intuition here. Let your intuition guide you in. If you're pulled to more than one pile, could just mean there's multiple messages, aspects in regards to the energy that Spirit is wanting to communicate with you. Absolutely fine. Okay, so I will see you guys at your pick. The timestamps in the description box and in the pinned comment below. I'll see you there. Hello, my most beautiful pile 1. Oh my goodness, you guys have separation and the crucifix, the cross here. So a very intense energy I'm feeling from all 3 piles, actually. Before I get into the energy check here to see if you're resonating with this, we're going to see how this super new moon in Aries, this solar eclipse energy, is going to be impacting you. So what sort of major changes are coming in energetically for you with the astrological signs and this solar eclipse. All right, so we have Mercury in retrograde, and like I was explaining during the intro, Aries is the sign, the zodiac sign of personal doership, being empowered, the I am. Okay, so this is very heavily charged energy for this new moon. Please use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this messaging is your message. I've pre-shuffled oracle cards, I've not looked at them, and we'll do the intuition tune-in shortly. If you want to go straight away to your reading, I will put the timestamp to take you to the main reading, although I don't know how this reading is going to come out throughout the layout here. So this is the energy check. What do we have? Well, separation is separating from a person, place, or thing. Now, what I'm really getting from this is I feel as though you were held back to something in the past, a person, a place, or thing of the past. And I think it's been very challenging for you to either let go of or move away from, or be free of whatever this person, place, thing is. Okay, for all of you guys it will be different because this is a general reading, but I'm feeling as though this is maybe a separation in which is going to liberate you, to allow you to find a sense of freedom here, and peace from whatever has held you hostage. I feel as though there was very tight energy. Now this could be your own inability to break away from something, so something from within you that was holding you back, or it could be an external circumstance, person, thing, or place that seemed to be very much, I don't know, in charge or controlling of your energy. Okay, so you guys might resonate with both, but I feel as though the past is something that you've been wanting to break free from so that you could start new and find peace and not be kind of chained or weighed down to something that seemed like it had a hold of you. And I do feel as though no matter how hard we tried, it seemed as though we couldn't break away or find peace for ourselves. So I do feel with the separation, we're getting new energy here of having the I am that's coming with Aries, to get empowered, to find it within self, to move forward from something that we weren't able to in the past. 7 is all about faith. 7 is all about wisdom, reflection. Okay, so when we sit in Mercury retrograde as well, that's all about reflection. It's all about understanding. And 7 is also the Chariot in the tarot, which is forward movement, working with the universe, finding balance within ourselves. And it can also represent the Tower, which is, you know, things that are shocking or just completely chaotic because everything's sort of falling apart in order for there to be new. And we have significant impacts of Pluto this month impacting us. So we could certainly be shedding a lot of parts within us and things going on around us that no longer serve us in order to make way for the new, which has been, I feel, trying to make its way out. I feel like a lot of you guys have been praying, wishing, hoping, sending out to the universe, and also understanding that things would shift or change for you. But I do feel as though it hasn't quite taken change, or it hasn't quite made you feel that you are completely liberated or free from something here. And I do feel as though maybe every time you gained an inch, you were pulled back. So I feel like you've had to trust the universe, and I feel like it's been a very heavy sort of feeling that you've been carrying for quite some time. So kind of like a test of endurance here, how long you could suffer or stay in some sort of energy. And I feel as though for some of you guys, you might not even realize or recognize how heavy this has been impacting your life until you start to get a taste of true freedom and liberation from this. Because I think it's been around for so long. For some of you guys, it could be something you've suffered with, like an ailment, or again, going from within you, something that you've been trying to battle or free yourself from internally that has manifested itself in your reality as some relationship, job situation, whatever circumstance you're dealing with. And I feel it's been either repetitive or a consistent place of non-growth or non-movement. I feel as though, yeah, like you might have been repeating the same sort of things in your life that you were trying to break free from, or trying to gain independence from, or find growth within self to move towards something more empowering, fulfilling, more in line with a better version energetically for what you wanted to attain for self. So I just heard going from like wherever you're at here, like the suffering or the situation, to gold, like going to gold, going to top tier, going to top shelf, going to gold is what I hear here. Okay. And I also feel as though coming through here is there's still choice. There's still choice to be made. So I don't feel as though we're completely closing out everything in the past here, or everything here that's had to do with the past. I feel as though there's some things we're trying to integrate, some things we want to bring with us, some things that are still a part of us that we're not quite sure how to move into the new and manage the old parts of ourselves, or the old relationships, or the old setup in some way that's going to still successfully weave its way into the future here for us. It's a different way to engage with the past, I feel here. And I think this gives us exactly what we need, like the strength or the support here in between this transition. Yeah, I feel like it goes really golden is what I'm hearing here. It is very golden, like the optimal thing that could possibly happen here, out of almost not expecting or not knowing how something could come of this. So yes, this is really interesting. There's lots coming through here. We see 2 gold balls, and then we see 2 doves. Doves all about peace, and doves are about communication. Birds are about people. And 2s are all about decisions, balance, duality, choices. We felt the Chariot, which was about balance. So if all of this sort of resonates for you, now we don't know until all the cards are kind of laid out what the messaging is going to be, okay, but there should be some element of energy that sits with you now that you resonate with. We're going to lay out these cards. Like I said, use your intuition. What you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this is your pile. And after the layout, we'll get into your intuitive reading. So shall we take a look and see? We have 23 with dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, joy. Oh my goodness, you guys. So remember how we were talking about the new? I feel like we want to integrate parts of the old, the origin, and bring the familiar into the new. And with ease and grace, we're talking about peace and sort of the optimal way we could weave in the past to find the joy, to be dynamic, to still have movement. This is a very dynamic reading here for you guys. I love it. And I feel like it's an energy of creativity as well coming through. We have Tower, solid foundations, success with effort. Now, we don't put too much weight into words as we will be picking up the energy here. This is different than your traditional Tower in the tarot. The Tower in the tarot is what we were picking up here through the number 7, which was things having to sort of fall apart. But as we were tapping into the energy more, I think the things that fall apart are the things here that are needing to sort of go away because they were interfering or intervening with any sort of movement or progress. So a solid foundation. I am feeling now we're laying a solid foundation here. We're having success here with laying foundation. We have the month of August. So This could be confirmation for some of you guys, if you celebrate a birthday, an anniversary, or if this is like signifying a point in time that maybe this situation sort of made itself, I don't know, like a pivotal point here, maybe a milestone in this situation. I do feel as though you've been going on with this for quite some time, but maybe August stands out as a pivotal time. Maybe there's been some epiphanies that have happened this past August. I don't know when you're watching this video, okay? But I do feel for a lot of you guys, we might be gearing up, you know, for a full manifestation sometime in August here, which is, well, where I'm recording here, full summer, you know, so we have a whole season here to go through a full manifestation. Yeah, maybe to get full manifestation here. Okay, let's keep going. I do feel Leo energy coming through. We have 13. 13 is the death card in the tarot, which is that massive transformation. Okay, falling away of the old. And this is the child card. And so the child card in the Lenormand could be the beginning stages of something here that we're learning. You know, it could be inner child. Yeah, I feel new beginnings coming here. So Scorpio energy and Leo coming still from this inner child. We have card 25, another 7. So now we have 777, I think. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of pile number 2. We have 2 7s here. And it says split guilt, adapt. Adapt, yes. So we're adapting here. We're having to still integrate old, I feel here, or at least healthy parts. Adapt. Okay, we have coffin, 19. That's all this death card. Okay, that's that separation, the release of the old. 19 is the number 10. Again, that's the end of cycles and transformation. Coffin, okay. Let's keep going. We have the house with number 20. So 2 standing out here again, that balance, the choice, the duality. House is number 4 for me because the 4th house is all about home, family, roots, self-care. It's also about our emotions and children. Okay. I'm still getting past foundations. Past stability here with the house and this arrow pointing to the past, the bird looking to the past, having to lay the solid foundation here. Okay, kind of coming together here. I'm not quite sure what we're going to, there we go. We have the key, 45. 45 could be a significant number here. Or number 9, which is about completion and fulfillment. Key is all about knowledge. If some of you guys were drawn to the other piles, I am feeling ties to all 3 in some way for some of you guys, okay? I'm feeling information, knowledge coming through. I haven't done any of the reading, but I'm feeling that coming from 3. And I'm also feeling the tie to number 2, which is the Saturn energy. The endurance was coming through. So, key, information, knowledge, the next phase, having the answers we need to open the door to the next phase. And there's a bow. I feel like it's optimal. It's like it's wrapped up in a bow for you, you know? Almost like it's handed to you on a silver platter. Like it's an optimal sort of transition here, I feel. Okay, let's keep going. Although I do feel it's been long and heavy, so... And this is very dynamic. Okay, we have the turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race, 62. So, 8 coming through. 8 is about the movement. It's changes. It's the strength in the tarot, Leo energy coming through. Having to move forward and find balance. Not being held back, and slow and steady wins the race. This is giving me that sort of Saturn energy I was picking up. The slowness here, but staying dedicated and committed here. I feel you're very heavily protected, okay? Like very heavily protected here, and this time has been very much a challenge, I feel. But you've been guided by spirit for a specific reason. I think we don't know what this reasoning is just yet. I feel a sense of abandonment here. So I don't know if right now you guys are feeling abandoned in some way. I think things might have calmed down a bit, but I feel as though you feel abandoned or sort of trying to figure out now what, or what's it all for, or where is this leading me? There is a message coming through for some of you guys who are up and moving, having a significant change here. This will go successful. I see a house with a key here. Okay. Some of you guys might be getting an inheritance. That's coming through as a message here. And I do feel as though for those of you guys looking to purchase a home or move to a home or pick up and relocate here, something about relocation and potentially August coming through as finalizing this sort of major transition and being kind of wrapped up with everything that needs to be wrapped up with here. So if you're going through a separation right now in a relationship, or just, like I said, making major changes in your life, but not sure how to weave in what you need into your new future life here, because I feel like maybe if we're moving states, countries, provinces, if we're moving, how do we find a job, find a home? How do we ease into it? I feel like this is coming through as something here that's going to flow very beautifully for you. It's going to be wrapped in a bow here, okay? Like almost like not skipping a beat, although it does take some time to line things up. That's an interesting energy coming through. The land between with the number 44 again, like I said, is all about stability, structure, foundations. This is a transition going from one place to another. The land between, okay, and then we have the landscape. Look at that. Beautiful. Land. Yeah, property coming through very strong for you guys. Okay. We have the South Node. This is all about the past. There will not be anxiety about and trouble. The South Node is, yeah, all about the past here and having to learn from past. Okay, let's keep going. We have listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And we have jeweled web, connectivity with 32, or the number 5. 5 is the change and rebuilding. Jeweled web, connectivity, okay. And we have prairie dog with dig. Air energy coming through, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do I want to carve out space for in my life? And we have the card of assertiveness, which is interesting with the new moon in Aries. This solar eclipse, this certainly is looking like a solar eclipse. Oh my goodness. And then the I am, which is assertiveness, being empowered to take action, to be assertive, to go for it, to make the moves and the changes we're needing. Okay, so wow. I didn't grab any tarot, and I am feeling that I'm wanting to pull tarot at some point here for you guys, but let me tap into this energy, okay, and see what's coming through here. Okay, you guys can certainly click on the timestamp to take you directly to the reading. Pile number 1. Wow. Okay, if you guys didn't sit out throughout the layouts, there was very important information coming through. Hopefully I could pick up what I talked about. Some of it was intuited, and I don't always remember what I'm intuiting at that time, but I do see again here a major change in your life, complete overhaul for you, and maybe you're not even seeing how this is possible, okay? But I feel as though you do understand that there's a part of your life here that has been very limited or restrained or restricted in some way from having growth or from making major changes towards a vision that you might desire for yourself but can't comprehend how it would ever be possible. Specifically when it comes to starting over in a different location, I feel a relocation or a complete change of environment and scenery. Okay, so this is like completely moving out of the family home, you know. So if you're still living, let's say, with your parents, you know, this is like moving and going, being on your own. If this is, you've spent your whole life, you know, connected to a partner here, you know, being married, and you're going through maybe a separation, or understand there to be a separation, but not seeing how you can go free yourself to liberate yourself to start over in some way. There's a move here, a successful move. There's a change in where you live, okay, what's around you. If this is a long-term career that's been very established, that you've been committed to day in, day out, day in, day out, there's a moving into a whole new field here, okay, that I feel would require you to say goodbye to an old part of your life. But what was coming through very strongly was the benefits of what you have in your existing life. You might have been very concerned with having to maybe part with or separate with, or there was a lot of worry, a lot of concern with how things would pan out. And this reassurance is coming through quite loud here. It is all of the things that we're needing from our now life to be woven in, is kind of what I hear, woven into this new life, you know, like you go gracefully from, let's just say you have to relocate and you're not sure, how would I find a home and a job and all these things that need to line up. I feel like things line up absolutely beautifully here for you without skipping a beat. Okay, and if this is a period of time where we think, well, we need to fund ourselves, and then we have our employer stepping up saying, okay, well, we'll pay you for your move and your period of time that you're transitioning out here to wherever you have to relocate, and they cover your expenses. If this is a relationship, this is something here that I feel is an optimal separation, where you're able to amicably find peace and harmony and still work together here in splitting assets. I see an inheritance here, so I do feel for a lot of you guys this could be showing up as like an actual family member who leaves us an inheritance, or this is a split of assets here between two partners, you know. Could be our wife or husband. It could be our business partner, and we're not sure how we would take part of the business that is ours forward, and so there's an agreement. I feel like a big part of your past is closing here, okay, so that there could be new movement in a complete new sort of territory, energy around you, and so I feel like there's a worry about having to adapt. But I feel like the affirmation confirmation is that you adapt very beautifully, because you have the support and what you need from what you carry into this. So I think the fear and the worry is greater. I think there is no need to rush anything where maybe we feel like we would be rushed, or that we'd have to make decisions on the spot. Spirit's showing there is no pressure in that way. This is going to be a transition that's very solid. This is something that's going to work out exactly as it needs to. Anything that is fixed or stuck in some way that can't be changed, there's a way to work around it or to find solutions and answers. And I feel like August coming through here, like I mentioned, if it's confirming, you know, a certain birth date or anniversary that you celebrate as confirmation, but I'm really feeling a wrap up in August. Like this for up in Canada here, August signifies, you know, the ending period of summer here. So I do feel as though this is something that's going to take a bit of time to close out, but everything will kind of be wrapped up in a bow by this time. Like we're moved in, we're settled, we're creating our stability, where the foundation in which we never thought we could start over in some way is now solid. It's now running. It's now finalized. Papers are signed. You know, if we're having to find separation in whatever, if some of you guys are going through legalities or contracts, that is ironed out. Okay, and so I feel like everything sort of lines up perfectly for us to do the next thing and the next thing. And I do feel as though Spirit is showing here that you taking power. Like I don't feel as though this is something where you just kind of sit back and let it happen. I feel where this changes is you coming to an energy here that I feel has been difficult for you to come into, which is finding it within self, I guess, to actually now see what it is you're wanting to create for yourself without allowing the worry or the question marks to kind of keep you stuck. So the future vision, the future desire, the future attainment is now something that you can see in front of you as enough motivation here that allows there to be something from within you that helps guide you. Okay, and it's almost like, if you guys hear talking, that's my window open, to guide you. And it almost feels like, is this coming from within me? It almost feels like spiritually you're being guided, you know, very closely here with spirits. It's certainly flowing through you. You're making decisions, you're getting empowered, you're finding a step, one foot in front of the other through a very dynamic period of time here, that there's a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts here. And I feel like there is certain parts here that come with a little bit of sadness. But I feel as though the sadness here is in some nostalgia of what it is that we've experienced. And now embracing a whole new sort of energy here that's going to support a whole new life here. So we'll forever be connected to our past in some way here. But listen to your inner voice. And here we have the inner child. There is something within you that is now really guiding you to act, to take action here, okay? You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. So, South Node, we were really stuck, I feel like, in a non-growth situation that felt very limiting, okay? And so I feel like all of this limitation, all of this held backness, all of this stuff that wasn't supporting the growth, wasn't allowing us to feel as though we were empowered to make change or move towards something greater. We now come into full awareness here. I feel like there's an understanding, and then there is lining up with the feeling we get, being energetically charged towards being motivated to make the change and to trust in the transition, because we trust in self, spirit, and our inner compass to guide us through, even though maybe something seems surmountable, or there seemed to be an obstacle that would get in the way, or something massive that we thought we couldn't ever overcome or change or get past. But I do feel it's as big as, you know, buying new property or completely relocating here, okay? A significant change. So let's get, and I mean, this is supposed to be the major change coming in with this solar eclipse, this new moon in Aries, which is heavily charged with all of these astrological planets shifting for the next 6 months at least here, okay? So we're seeing out into August. Now, for some of you guys, you might have been really sort of maybe focused on making changes since this passing August. I don't know when you've clicked on this video, but it could be something that has been ongoing here for quite some time. Okay, so let's see what Spirit wants to communicate for you guys. I think we need a little bit more for beautiful pile 1 in regards to what is this major energetic shift here happening with the solar eclipse for pile 1. Spirit, can we please get some more guidance, some more information kindly? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 1. Anything I've missed, anything pile 1 is needing to know right here, right now. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. Thank you so much. All right, so what do we have? Well, revealing itself is the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower, the Two of Swords in reverse. We have the twos, which were coming up through the card layout. Okay, twos all about balance, duality, and choices. And we have the Emperor in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so that's visible. Sometimes cards that are not face up for me is in the subconscious, or what we're not quite seeing. We have the Hangman, and then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so Two Pentacles. I feel as though it's been very difficult for us to find harmony and balance in a situation that has been keeping us hostage in some way here, okay? And it could be, again, our own self sort of feeling stuck to a part of our past, seeing that there would be imbalance, or having to find, yeah, like a balance between two worlds in a way here, but having to make choices and decisions, but feeling almost like it'd be out of our control, like taking from one part of our life to have to accommodate for another. Is topsy-turvy here, I feel. So it is about choice and balance. Okay, and with the Two of Swords in reverse here, again, making a decision, making a choice, maybe sitting, humming and hawing and not quite sure. Towers coming through your reading. I mean, we see Tower here, but the definition was coming through different. Tower is about the old falling apart, releasing the old. Okay, things that can no longer be built upon have to come apart in a way for there to be new. So I feel like we were not seeing. Okay, we weren't either understanding a full wisdom, we weren't seeing a greater truth. We couldn't find the courage and the ambition, the strength, the understanding to make changes that we needed to make, because it wasn't coming to us. And so with this energy coming in with this solar eclipse and this new moon, I feel like where we didn't see, where we didn't have it within us to make change, we're now shocking into this new sort of energy that's been brought upon, that we start to get enlightened. We start to see what's not working. We start to understand differently. Okay, because we're now with this Hangman, it's like we can see things from a different perspective. We can now be creative about what we need to do here. And so I feel like it becomes an energy of feeling like you have no choice, or like you're stuck, to one of great insight and being enlightened to a new way that you can make something happen for yourself. Okay, and so I feel like what we're not seeing here is our own ability to go after it, to make something happen, because like I mentioned in the reading, we still have to take charge. We still have to be empowered to make the changes here. Okay, this is the new moon in Aries, which is all about the I am power. You know, I am able to make the changes here. I am able to face what I need to do here in order to create change. I feel like we haven't been able to see this, work with this energetically. We've been very much seeing what we've been involved with in the past, or seeing the worry, or seeing what wouldn't work, or seeing what couldn't work, or what was getting really stuck, what was keeping us stuck, or what was just difficult. And so we were not seeing what we could do, how we could get empowered. We were lacking maybe the drive or the understanding. I see owl here, which again is the wisdom. Queen of Swords is the wisdom. And it's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. So I feel like you're listening now to something from within self here that might have been not listened to. Okay, this is, like I said, subconscious energy, so we don't know because it's sitting somewhere within us, so we don't listen to our intuition, or we cannot hear what's going on in our subconscious. Inner wisdom, okay, the inner voice is coming through here, and it's in reverse, and I feel like it's clarifying this Emperor in reverse. You know, this is someone who might feel like they don't have the control or the ability or the power or it within them to create what they're needing to do here. And so I feel like the change comes from within, so you can see and deal with your situation, your circumstance completely different. And I feel like it's a complete change of environment here. Complete change, okay? And where you were uncertain and maybe couldn't see the future or couldn't see a way out to see this happen, you're now going to see this happen because you're slowly but surely going to be putting one foot in front of the other until you cross over to this new side. So I feel Aquarius energy coming through, Gemini, Libra, and Aries and Pisces. Yeah, strong Pisces, a strong Aquarius, and Libra and Gemini. Yeah. Okay, so wow, let's just pull some more here then, because this is supposed to be major, significant energy shift here, and I feel like this is a whole overhaul of your life. But I feel like there's a stability about you that you want to maintain, you know, and I feel like we're still able to maintain a level of stability here, because I feel like we didn't want to, you know, maybe turn our life completely upside down there with the Two Pentacles, something that we couldn't sacrifice our stability in some way in order to, you know, live in uncertainty in some way, or have to refine balance here in some way. So we adapt in a very natural way here that allows us to flow, okay, and breaks us from the past here that was very restricting and limiting. So Spirit, is there anything I've missed here for beautiful pile one? Anything they're needing to know? Anything further for beautiful pile one? Thank you so much, Spirit, for this beautiful message. Anything they're needing to know? Anything I've missed? Final messaging here for pile one and this energy shift. We have the Page of Cups. It says magic, love, fun. That's this inner child coming out here with this Page of Cups. Creativity. And we have Page of Swords, more page energy. We have the Moon. We have the Two of Cups. So we have Pisces energy. The Two's coming out again. Two's all about choices and partnership. We have the Death card coming out, which we were feeling with the card 13 here. Scorpio energy in reverse. And we have the Tower coming out again in reverse. And bottom of the deck, we have Five of Pentacles. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Intuition, compassion, creativity in reverse. Okay. This is kind of showing, because we have South Node here. I feel like it's kind of showing here, maybe for confirmation where you're at, or so you understand kind of, yeah, where you're at or where things are, so that you know where you're kind of headed. I feel like right now there is a block, okay? There's a block in you allowing yourself to allow the creativity to come out, to allow the inner child, the magic, the love. I feel like there's a love of something to create, a love of a new world, okay? Whatever that means to you, a new relationship, a new place to create your future, okay? And I feel like there's a block in the intuition here because we've been, again, seeing or involved with something in the past that had a grip on us, and maybe it was an understanding that we had, okay, or a commitment we had to something, and I feel like from within us we supported a part of our life that was going in a way, and maybe we were not capable of seeing anything different or having a full understanding of something different that could change or be different or find success in a new way. And so I feel like there's a lot of block here in seeing something differently because we were really wrapped up in this. Okay, we saw the loss, we were stuck in the struggle, we were stuck in the hardship of the disappointment of not aligning with a greater future for ourselves. Okay, so I feel like we weren't seeing clearly, and we still might not be seeing so clear, that we have a lot of worry about what might happen or what might appear some way. Okay, and so we shut down what our intuition's trying to pull through in order to get us to be that emperor in the upright, to take action. There's still fear. We're kind of seeing things in the future distance here that might not be real, and it builds the worry. Okay, it builds the worry here because we don't necessarily know, and we're not listening to the inner voice. And I feel like this is confirmation spirit saying right now is where there's loss, and we might not realize how restricted and confined we are, how much limitation we have on the love and creativity that we can start to welcome in our life here. Okay, like the relationship of a beautiful partnership here, harmony, peace. Okay, a career that we feel completely enthralled with and in love with, that we find peace and harmony with, and our full creativity here. Okay, so partnership, we can have a choice to make this change, but I feel like what it takes is for us to release the past, to let go of what's no longer working in our life because it's restricting us, no matter how solid it might appear or seem. That the new beginning can only begin when we make space and release the old. That the transformation that was wanting to come in here was being blocked by our not seeing, by us maybe not being curious enough about certain things that would start to spark knowledge and wisdom in a different way, with the hangman, seeing things differently, understanding things different. Okay, so I feel like we're keeping up a tower. Okay, we're keeping up this tower. We're keeping up what we know it cannot be sustainable. We need to allow to release. We need to allow the transition. We need to let go of the past. And even if it seems like it's going to be destruction, there's confirmation here that it's not destruction in a way that is going to leave you in shambles. It's a destruction of the old in order for there to be something beautiful that you can attain. Because right now you are Five of Pentacles. And the worry is that you could release something from the past here and be in complete, I don't know, shambles in some way here. Okay, but you are at the point here where it doesn't get worse than what's going on here. And so we might be hanging on because we fear the letting go. We fear the change. We fear the transition. We fear the hardship that might come, or the loss that might come in taking action. Okay, so I feel like it's at the expense of following in our true sort of heart space here, what's calling to us to make these changes. Yeah, manifesting a new beginning. So prosperity, property, beginning. Okay, lots of you guys, it's in regards to property. I feel like there is a move here. Okay, there's a move here. It's successful. And I feel like until we let go of past, until we accept towers to fall and accept what's not working, we're stuck in past, and we don't allow there to be balance, movement. And I think that the sooner we sort of accept this, we can start to align our future stability in a way that's going to be very balanced, very harmonious, very peaceful. Okay, but we need to have this understanding. I feel like the knowledge, the wisdom to make the changes here in a way that's open, that's not blocked. Okay, so we have to make space. What do I want to carve out space for in my life? And by releasing old, we make space for new. What are we making space for? We're making space for Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, 2 cups, okay? That's all about our love. That's all about our creativity, all about our intuition, all about compassion, magic, fun. And what are we releasing? We're releasing 5 pentacles. We're releasing keeping up towers. We're releasing limitations. We're going to release this worry once we realize we're not seeing things clearly here. Okay? So if you feel like you're holding on to an old lifestyle or holding on to make something happen here, you're keeping up some facade here of something that you think is actually helping and it's hindering. So what I see, okay, and I know these readings come through quite charged, so take what resonates. Could be on any sliding scale here, although this was for a major sort of shift here in energy, and this is what you got, pile number 1. If this resonated for you, I'd like to hear, and if you're drawn to another pile, I will certainly see you there. All right, bye-bye. Hello, my most amazing pile number 2. You guys picked Saturn and this Celtic knot, a bunch of loops. So before I get into what I'm picking up with this energy, let's talk about what this reading is. So this reading is the next sort of major shift that's coming in with this solar eclipse. We have the new moon in Aries, super new moon in Aries, okay, and Aries is all about being empowered. It is the I am energy, so it is all about self-doership and making things happen. Okay, so we get empowered. Solar energy is all about divine masculine energy. So we have a lot of astrological placements happening at the same time, like Mercury in retrograde. We have certain positions of Pluto here that's might be impacting this energy as well. So we're going to see with this super new moon in Aries, this solar eclipse, and what sort of major changes this bringing in for you. Okay, so I have oracle cards. I've not looked at them. Just ask spirits that exact question. So I do ask you use your intuition. What you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this messaging is for you. And so you could sit throughout this card layout. But if at any point you want to skip ahead to your reading, you can certainly click on the main reading, although I don't know what sort of messaging is going to come through as we lay the cards out. Sometimes the intuitive reading happens throughout. So what do we have here? Well, Saturn is the ruling planet for Capricorn and Aquarius. Certainly could be ruling your house in some way, maybe your sun, moon, or rising. But I feel like the energy of Saturn is one of determination, one of sacrifice, and we have the black and the white. Okay, so the 2 here is giving me masculine, feminine, or duality, or dichotomy of something here. There's the light and the dark, and we picked up the number 7 here. 7 is all about faith and wisdom and reflection and understanding. We have the scythe here, which is symbolic of an abrupt ending, cutting something off. Okay, and then we have the Celtic knot here. So this feels like we're tied in knots in some way, or maybe we couldn't find our way out of something. Maybe there was a lot of cyclical things going on, and it felt like there was no way out, or there was no end and no beginning in some way. I'm getting a riddle here, like something that needed to be solved but didn't have a solution. So it feels like a heavy energy of having to dedicate self to something that maybe felt like it wouldn't get better, or you couldn't find the way out, or it just got to a point here. And I don't know if this is the energy that's coming in with this solar eclipse, or if you've already abruptly said no more, like told whatever the situation is to fuck off, is kind of what I'm getting here. Like, had enough. Like, one thing too many is kind of what I feel here. It took too long. It took too long, so therefore I just cut it out of my life, or I stopped, or I abruptly just no longer had it in me to keep going, and so I just cut it off, told it to go F itself in some way here. But I feel like at one point it was something maybe you were striving for or you saw as optimal. And it just took too much. It took too much. And so I don't know if you're kind of reeling from something that left you feeling drained. And you're kind of trying to find your bearings again, you know. It's taken a lot of time and a lot of effort, and now you're wanting to sort of align yourself with what does work, and maybe something that isn't as, I don't know, like difficult, I find here, you know, something that you can actually work with or see solutions. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up here, okay? So intuitively, if any of that sort of resonates, let's take a look. Sometimes messages become much more clear once the cards are all laid out. So we'll certainly get some more here. Let's take a look. What sort of major energy shifts coming in with this solar eclipse? We have Divine Feminine, 21. Oh my goodness, or the number 3. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports a receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of connection to all of creation. So you don't have to be a divine feminine so much as we carry masculine feminine energy, and this is the energy of being receptive. Okay, it's a soft energy. It's the opposite of what the solar energy with the Aries I am masculine energy. This is the polar opposite. So now we have masculine feminine energy coming through here. Creativity, abundance. Let's see. We have Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So don't put too much weight in words, so much as energy that we get from these cards. And Fox is about sometimes having to not show our cards. Maybe we're having to stealthily accomplish something. It could certainly be about career, okay, because Fox is career and Lenormand. It could sometimes be about other people maybe deceiving us or not being completely upfront or honest, or us not being completely open or honest here. Let's see. We have the Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Well, we have 2 cards talking about business, but like I said, we're not necessarily too hung up on that so much yet. Stork is delivering news, and it could be the beginning, the rebirth of something, or just the new beginning of something. Abrupt endings bring in new beginnings. Okay, also this is birthing something here. We have number 9. 9 is all about fruition, completion. Okay, and this is the bouquet in the Lenormand, and the bouquet is a gift. A bouquet is love and compassion. And I'm seeing a beautiful divine feminine energy here. 9 is the Hermit in the tarot, which is about introspection. 9 is also the moon in the tarot, which is about feminine energy, emotions. Let's keep going. We have number 4 with the turkey tail and block. It's feeling a block here of something, cutting something out to completely block it. 4 is all about stability. 4th house is about home and roots, family. It's also emotions. The 4th house is about our emotions, which we were getting with the moon energy and divine feminine. Turkey tail block. Okay, we have distant horizons with 36. 9 coming out again, so quite significant here with the 9. Again, that was fruition, completion, and fulfillment. The Virgo's coming through here energetically, also Taurus and Capricorn and Aquarius and some Libra I'm feeling. Distant horizons with the anchor and the ship. Okay. We have this dragon that looks like it has a bunch of jewels. Number 15 or the number 6. 15 is the devil in the tarot. More Capricorn energy. And the dragon sometimes is about a rebirth in a way. because it's kind of like the phoenix having to burn things down in order for there to be a rebuild. Some of you guys were drawn to pile 3. I am feeling a connection to 3. Okay, although in 1 I was feeling a connection to 2 and to 3, but so far I haven't even recorded 3, but I am feeling with the ash, and I'm getting heavy dragon fire here, creating ash, phoenix energy. I feel like for some of you guys, this is coming through as a message here that I think you guys have almost been through the ringer here, but what wasn't able to happen was certain parts of you that made it through that challenging fire. I feel like there's certain parts of you that are very solid, that this experience couldn't break. And so now you shine sort of bright here, but I feel like there was a struggle here. Let's keep going. We have the swift, or the swallow. It was a bird. Looks like it's taking dive. Now when we see the swallows here, it is about the Navy used to send them off to see if they were coming to land. It is about a journey and almost coming to land. Okay, 4 is about stability here. So it's definitely a journey here that seems like it's been taking some time. And here we have the ship with the anchor. The anchor is not detached. Anchor could be about stability, which was the number 4 coming through. Anchor could be feeling weighed down. Okay, we have 28. Or the number 10, frog spirit with clear out the clutter. Okay, and then we have 48, and that is number 12. So we have 21 and 12 mirrored numbers. A burst of magic coming from this lotus flower. I'm seeing a lot of stars. Stars is Aquarius energy. It's coming out again. Okay, divine feminine energy coming through. And we have the 2-inch brush. Okay. 2-inch brush. And we have pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Okay. Sorry guys, I just want to put them in a spot that's going to allow me to read. Okay, so we have the 2nd house here, and it says patiently, what you want, get what you need. 2nd house is all about the money, work, income. It's about our daily routines, our values. It's about our material possessions, its priorities, our habits, our job, our work ethic, that sort of thing here. Practical things that we're needing. Okay, we have self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And we have 61, or the number 7, with whale song resonating. All right, feeling water energy coming through now. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have what is always mine. What is always mine? Box turtle with Carrie. Earth and air. Okay. And we have forgiveness. Forgiveness. Okay. And then we have the Philosopher's Stone. It's giving me this energy. Okay. Let's put that there. So let me sit with this energy, pile number 2. It's not very clear to me what this is about, but I will get in tune with this. So you guys can certainly skip ahead to your main reading. I will put the timestamp below and it will take you directly there. Okay, pile number 2. I feel like you've gone through such a crazy battle here, okay? And it's been so hard to close the door to that so that you can enjoy life again. be open to the gifts of life, the beauty of life, okay? But I feel like what Spirit is really showing here is that you are entering into a period that you can now make these massive changes in your life that will put you directly in line with success, will put you directly in line with being appreciated, given what you deserve here. Because I feel like wherever you are involved, whoever and whatever, did not show appreciation, left you feeling maybe not very confident in your own ability of self. And I feel like these people, these situations have been slowly sucking the blood out of you or the life out of you, okay, weighing you down. So you're now moving out of this energy, okay? You're now entering a complete new phase in which you're being appreciated, which you're now getting to see the more positive things in life here rather than the things that were going wrong, or the negative sort of darker energy that I feel was like a looming cloud over you. It was very difficult. And so I feel like you couldn't see a future past whatever you were involved with here because it was really heavily weighing you down. But I feel like you're able to make the decisions here to cut out parts of what you're needing to, because it is unhealthy, because you see it as weighing you down. If it doesn't show appreciation, if it's not supportive of who you are, if it's not pushing you towards what you want to attain, I see you either releasing it, blocking it, or moving away from it, or it just falling out of your life. And so as you align to better things, as you align to greater energy, I see forward momentum and movement. And one thing leads to another thing here, and the energy starts to shift, okay? And I feel like you start to see certain parts of yourself that were overshadowed by the negativity of other people that have always been there. You know, your confidence comes back, your ability to see within yourself certain things here that I feel you couldn't see anymore because, I don't know, maybe you started believing what people were telling you. Maybe other people wanted to make you shine less, or they just weren't appreciative or giving you the dedication and the support and the appreciation that you deserve. And I feel like you're coming into some awareness here that you don't need anyone's buy-in. You're not needing any of these situations to prove yourself or to stay in your life or to add value in any way, because everything that is around you that is not supportive of your true vision of what you want to create for self here, that is supportive or appreciative or protecting, that you no longer resonate with, it is going away. And a lot of it is because you're no longer having to feel obligated, but it falls away here, okay? And so I feel like you start to shift towards new energy that's more aligned with you, like your soul tribe, people who appreciate you. The universe gifts you things in a way that allows you to start building momentum towards the next phase here of your life. And I feel like if there's been people here who have wronged you, who have not been appreciating you, I feel like they come forward, okay? So those relationships change. So I feel like the ones that you cannot sever, you know, the ones that are difficult, the ones that maybe have been very difficult for some time, they now change in this energy. They now see you. They now want to give you appreciation. They now can honor you. And so I feel like there's a reconciliation with those who you can forgive. There's acceptance on both sides here of how we can move forward. But for other energies here of people who you just no longer resonate with, they're out of your life. Like we were getting in the card Leo, like you tell them where to go here with that ball and that middle finger. You're like, I'm only aiming for what's gold in my life. Golden opportunities, golden relationships, golden situations. If it's not treating me like gold, if it doesn't feel like it's going to be golden for me in experience, then I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to tell it to go F off here. Okay, so I feel like if there's been lies, if there's been deception, if there's been deceit, if there's been people not being honest or upfront with you, that's going to change. Okay, and I feel like there's something in your life here that's going to click in your sort of more financial world. Maybe you, I don't know, like you start to gain momentum in your business, or you start to increase your like your finances in some way here. Maybe there's a job here that pays you more, or you get promoted, or you get some recognition here. And I feel like it allows you to be in a position to not have to, maybe there was certain relying on other people, or maybe there was feeling really low about yourself because nothing seemed to be aligned, like in a material way, or in a romantic, or in a partnership or situation way. And so I feel like there is a promise here of monetary gain. And then I also see you being appreciated and rewarded by the people in your life, and being acknowledged for something you're doing here. So I feel like we start to build momentum on here. We start to break free from the things that we were relying on, or that made us feel stuck. And I feel like everything that you cannot work with because it's been damaging or destructive is now left behind. And now you could see potential of where you're going here, okay? And I feel like it's big strides that you make here. It's real big strides. And I feel like you now shine again. Like, I feel like there's an energy here of you shining. You no longer being dimmed. You no longer being bullied or undercut or underappreciated. So this could be, maybe you've put in a lot of energy and effort towards work, and you were just not paid proper for a long time. And now you get recognition. Now you get promoted, or now you just get paid what you're supposed to get paid here. People didn't recognize your work. People didn't appreciate what you were investing here in your work. You know, if this is a relationship, you've been dedicated, committed, and consistent, and putting in your energy, and people would take you for granted, not appreciate you, not support you in your vision, not allow you to sort of be your shining self here, because they'd suppress or make you feel less than, or not cooperate or support you. That's going to change. So I feel like you're coming into your own, like, I don't know, stardom or recognition. You're going to be appreciated. You're going to be seen. Okay, you're going to be seen. You're going to be appreciated. You're going to be accepted here, but it's also resonating energies that are no longer making you have to wait or hold back or hold out or miss out. So crappy situations turning for the better here. And I feel like you might have not have seen how anything could have got better, or how you could work with certain things, you know. And I feel like the things that you cannot work with, that have no solution or answer, those things just fall away, you know. And the people and the situations here that are workable, the energy shifts. There's a way to mend the relationships. Okay, so what doesn't work falls away. So let's ask Spirit, what am I missing here for pile 2, Spirit? For pile 2, clear and concise message here for beautiful pile 2 with this new moon, super new moon in Aries, this solar eclipse energy. What is this major energetic change coming in with this super new moon for beautiful pile 2? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you being here today. We have Knight of Pentacles. It says prosperity, benefits, and investments. Yes. We have Judgment in reverse. Acceptance, awakening, and assessment. And we have the King of Cups, where it says charismatic, warm-hearted, intuitive, and empathetic. Clarified by Six of Swords in reverse here. Why is this Knight of Pentacles here, spirits? We have the Empress in reverse. That's divine feminine energy. So we have Taurus, Libra energy. Why is Judgment in reverse here, spirits? We have the Seven Wands, challenge, courage, and the King of Cups, clarified by Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, and then bottom of the deck energy, we have the Emperor. I will flip this around because I don't read bottom of the deck in reverse. And under that, we have 10 Pentacles. And it says inheritance, family, property. Interesting. Okay, Emperor came out for pile one. Pile one, without giving too much away, was certainly around inheritance and property coming through as a message. So you could certainly be tied to one in some way. Okay, but I feel the energy here is very interesting because Emperor is Aries energy. This is the I am energy, the doership, taking action, being empowered. I feel you're coming into your own here, okay? And I do feel it has to do with tangible things like a job, like attaining something here. We have property, family, like 10 Pentacles is your legacy, your career, you know, something you're building. Okay, and I feel like you've been trying to get recognition or trying to find harmony, trying to, yeah, like create harmony, a long-term thing here that would be successful. Okay, and maybe you wanted respect, you wanted to be in control of something here that maybe was under the thumb of someone else. Okay, and I feel like it's something you've invested in. I think you've been putting in energy, but I feel like there was a lot of energy that I feel was not accepting you. Like I feel there was a lot of judgment. I feel like there was a lot of energy that didn't embrace what it was that you were bringing here energetically to this situation. Okay, and so I feel like your beauty, your ability to grow in that environment or that energy was stifled. Fertility, love, nurture, grace, abundance, like it blocked. Okay, because I feel like with the divine feminine here, your ability to birth something here and create could happen if given the right circumstances and people. Okay, but you were stifled, I feel here, if that's the right word, or there was a situation that was limiting you. So I feel like you had to fight, you know, you've had to fight for everything. It was you against sort of the world, like you were being challenged, your viewpoints, your ideas, your whatever. And like we were picking up at the beginning, like you just said, fuck it, like I'm done. Like this work is not worth it. It's not paying me enough. People aren't respecting me. I have these ideas. I'm not able to create. And the light is in the distance here with something else that seems a lot better than where I'm at. Okay, but I think with this energy, we're now surrounding ourselves with people who are empathetic, people who are seeing certain parts of us, who are compassionate, who are warm-hearted, who are able to understand us and nurture us and be a safe place for us. So there's recognition here. Okay, and I feel like for some of you guys where there was the difficulty, these people are whatever I don't know if it's a workplace, these people now see the light, these people are now able to work with you, they're able to rediscover you in a way. Okay, so you're able to work with that same sort of group of people or situation here, but now there's harmony, now there's cohesion, now there's working together, now there's an ability to be understood here, and you don't have to, you know, the grass is greener on the other side, or you don't have to abruptly just call it quits here in some way. So I do feel for a lot of you guys, you might have been contemplating like a whole new beginning in career, a whole new beginning elsewhere, a whole new beginning, and you just have enough. And I don't know if, like I said, this is the solar eclipse where you just pull the plug, and then there's a whole shift of energy here saying, oh, we recognize what pile 2 brought to the table. We now understand the value pile number 2 had here, and maybe it was difficult for them to see or accept or acknowledge when you were around. This was kind of like taking you for granted in some way, where you say, you know what, I'm better off just exploring something else here, going towards something new, and cutting this off or blocking this or just quitting my job or abruptly saying I'm done here. But I feel like there's a turnaround here, okay? And so you get the power now to make decisions. You're now understood in a way that allows you the space for you to create, for you to be accepted in a way that grows. And I think financially, practically, this makes sense to you because it now aligns with this prosperity and now aligns with your long-term vision of what you wanted to make or create or birth here. It's no longer restricting or limited. So let's see some more, okay? Because this is quite an interesting energy here, you know, but I do feel like there's an action you take with this Emperor. And the action is blocking out anything that isn't aligned. Speaking your truth and saying if there's no solution here, you know, of coming up with something here, I'm going to have to take action, and then somehow something gets solved. Somehow, yeah, somehow the energy just shifts here, and patiently what you want gets what you need. I feel you do get what you need here, you know, by removing what doesn't work, blocking what doesn't work, cutting out what doesn't work, communicating that you're no longer going to be putting up with what doesn't work, that you have an ability here that's being blocked or shut out, that you're not being appreciated or respected or valued. Yeah, and I feel like we do get news here. Okay, so this is like great news. This is either a news of an increase, news of a new job, news of something that works out for you in a way, and it gives you the momentum here to say, you know what, I don't need this other job, or I don't need these people here because I have another group of people, or I have another thing on the go here, you know, or I can now change my energy here. Okay, Spirit, final message here for pile 2. What are they needing to know? What have I missed about this massive energy shift coming in with this lunar eclipse for pile number 2? What are they needing to know? Anything I've missed? Queen of Swords in reverse. That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have 9 Wands. Boundaries, strength, support. We have the 4 Wands. That's creativity, union, freedom, coming together. We have 9 Swords. We have the 7 of Wands in the exact same spot again. Challenge, courage. And we have the Page of Cups. And the bottom of the deck energy, we have Knight of Cups. I'll flip that around. 2 Pentacles. Harmony, balance. Okay, so the 2 Pentacles here in this deck is very balanced here, okay? They're not topsy-turvy in any way. I feel like, in a practical way, I think financially for a lot of you guys, it could have been you were getting short end of the deal. I feel like it seemed like, yeah, like you couldn't find perfect harmony and balance with whatever you were engaged with here. And like I said, it doesn't have to necessarily be a work situation, but I feel like there was a need for balance, a need for harmony. Okay, and so I feel like part of this is a part of you with that Empress wanting to creatively give and how you show up. This is how we contribute emotionally and give to a situation creatively, how we open our heart space so we can engage in a way here that could find balance. But I feel like there was a giving and there was an imbalance. I feel like there was, yeah, an imbalance here, okay? And so I feel this made you angry, like I said, like I said, F off, like this is my bitch card, Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, I don't know, I call it that, but I'm not saying you don't have a right to be upset, but I feel like you got done, like done. Like I no longer could put up with this, okay? So this is like boundaries and blocking things out and having no bullshit here, okay? And I feel like there might have been a lot of anxiety around you honoring yourself, you standing in a truth, you going after what you want, you laying the law and saying, hey, listen, this is my value, this is what I'm, you know, worth. And so I feel like what this is showing to me is you might have felt like by speaking your piece, by laying the boundary, by saying what you want, by being clear, by speaking a truth, by actually doing this, you would be perceived as someone who is mean or evil or, you know, or bitchy in some way. So I feel like there was a lot of anxiety around standing in your power of saying what you deserve, okay? So I feel like you've been, I don't know, like kind of trying to figure out what the best thing to do yet here is, and the resilience is coming through, your ability to still be sort of in the fight here, but you don't want to be against, and you don't want to constantly keep fighting against people and situations that aren't supportive of you, okay? So I feel like the big change here is now where there was resistance, where you felt defensive, where you felt, I don't know, like there's this angry energy because you wanted things to be clear, you wanted things to yeah, like just move in a way here that made sense for you. I feel they do. Okay, this is union, harmony, coming together, being celebrated. Like I feel like you're being appreciated, celebrated, coming together here. This is a beautiful energy, and now your creative energy can flow. You can create magic, love, fun. This is like, you know, our love being shown here in a way. This is prospect, pride, proposal, and quest. Like we're now available and open to explore, you know, the creative side of something we might love to do here. And this is like youthful energy here, because I feel like you've been stifled, and now we're able to open up that part of us that can explore, that can work together, that can find the harmony and creativity coming up very strong here. We're no longer restricted here. Okay, so I feel like things are going to work out well for you. Okay, so if you have a workplace that's difficult, if you're not being appreciated where you're at, if you're being not supported, if you're, I don't know, like just not seeing it right now, I feel like this all changes. Okay, and you do have to speak up for yourself, and maybe you feel like a lot of anxiety about having to do this, but I feel you find a way to speak your truth here, you know, and it could come with something coming in here, like I said, where you say, screw it, like I no longer need to walk on eggshells or not allow myself to just be here, because I feel it's very limiting and restricting. And I have all this ability within me that I don't need to water down or hide. What is always mine? Okay, so I feel like there's something within you here that they can't take away. Like it can't be burnt. It can't be watered down. Like you shine no matter what here, but you need an environment here that's going to support it. So I feel like that's exactly what you do here. Okay, you turn lead into gold, and where people might have not have seen the value or what it was, I feel they actually see the gold. Like, you know, and unfortunately it might take you having to quit, block, abruptly make the change here. Okay, but I feel like that takes the progress that I feel comes in big strides. Like I was saying, it like it rolls in here like in big strides. It's not these little baby steps here. I feel like this makes massive change. Like this comes with an increase in pay or an increase in support or something here that allows you to just make these changes towards union and seeing everything come in harmony. Okay, so you break free from whatever was weighing you down here. Beautiful pile number 2. I hope this resonated for you, and I will see you at the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous angels. Pile number 3, you guys picked the Ash card with 33 and the open book. Before I get into the energy check here, what are we looking at? We're looking at this super new moon in Aries, and it happens to be the solar eclipse. Okay, now all my readings are timeless, and I do intend that when you find the reading, the messaging was meant to find you. Okay, regardless if you're coming into the solar eclipse or not, but I am recording around the solar eclipse, which is scheduled to take place tomorrow. So lots of energy coming in with that solar eclipse. That is the new moon in Aries. Aries is all about I am. Okay, so being empowered, taking action. And it is the self-doership energy that comes through with Aries energy. Okay, sun's all divine masculine energy. But along with this, we have Mercury in retrograde. We have significant placements of astrological planets going on. We have a lot of pull from Pluto, and Pluto is all about what sort of needs to be revealed to us. And sometimes we need to deconstruct certain parts in our life in order for there to be new. So I do feel a theme here with 1 and 2, and potentially here with 3 in regards to falling apart in order for there to be a new. Okay, so I did tell 1 that potentially 2 and 3 and 1 were all connected. I did feel 2 was potentially connected to 3, and I haven't even done the reading. So you might have been pulled. Okay, only if it resonates for you. Sometimes my readings are all connected somehow, some way. Okay, but that's certainly up to you. It might just be 1 or 2 messages you're needing to hear. But I do feel the same sort of energy coming through here with Ash. So we're going to look at what I tap into here to see if this messaging resonates for you before we do the intuition tune in with the layout. And this is where I ask you to use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging's for you. Or you can click straight away to your main reading if you want to get into that reading and you are in tune with your intuition. Okay, but I can't promise you that messaging won't come through with the layout here. That might provide insight. So what am I getting here with ash? Well, ash is after a fire. Things are burnt to a crisp, and we kind of have to allow what is to be so that we can create new. We can't really build anything with ash. You know, we can build on top of it, but we can't really make anything with the ash. It's kind of done. 33 is a master number. It's about reproduction and creativity. It's also about Christ consciousness and joy. It's about humor, harmony. 33, it could be reduced to the number 6, which is all about problem solving and compassion and harmony again coming through. It could be the lovers in the tarot, which is a choice and a partnership. Or it could be the devil in the tarot, because that would be reduced. So lovers meets the devil. Devil is about being bound, being held back, unhealthy ways of being, toxic things, addictions, obsessions. Lots coming through here. So the book is open. This is knowledge. This is information. This is giving me High Priestess energy, which is Pisces. Okay, so we got Gemini, we got Capricorn, we have Pisces. You could be resonating with all of these signs, or just it's coming through energetically here. So as I tap in, has something been over for a while? Have we been trying to understand something that's been over for a while? Let's see. I'm not getting too much. So we do have lots of cards here. Let me pull. Now, we don't take words literal in any of these cards. It's mostly energy I'm picking up, unless, of course, you want to. So these words might not mean much of anything, but once we have the cards laid out, we will tap into the energy. The key, successful outcome to your problem. Okay, so the book, I was getting knowledge. Key's all about knowledge. The key is a solution. It is information that we now understand, so we can open the door to the next sort of phase. Okay, we now see something, so it opens something up. Something that wasn't revealed now becomes apparent with the key here, okay? Because we can't see what's behind a closed door, and we can't see what's behind a locked box until we use the key, and the key is the knowledge, the new piece of information in the book that we now see. We might have been sifting through a whole bunch of nothing here, trying to find answers in something we couldn't work with. Okay, let's keep going. We have Broom, new home, new attitude. You guys, pile number 1, and it came through with 2 as well. There was new home because it was property. There was an inheritance, there was property. And I did feel it throughout all 3 here. I don't know if maybe it's a collective energy here of the viewers, but I feel like there's a new move. You know, it could literally be buying a new home, moving to a new piece of land, being inherited a new place. But the broom is all about sweeping the old. Broom could be, you know, removing all the ashes that we were trying to sift through here in order to create something new here. Okay, let's see what comes through. Very interesting. For some of you guys, okay, now just, I don't know who this is coming through for, and I don't like giving messages like this because but I'm being called to do this. It could be that there could be a fire, okay, in a piece of property here. So there's a need to buy new property because I saw inheritance. So we could be working with our insurance agency to find a replacement. There could be some sort of damage that happens. I was getting with pile 2, the dragon, something burnt to a crisp here. So just so you're aware, if we have insurance, if we're cautious here, there's something here maybe that's unsalvageable here in some way, okay? That's a message for somebody. Okay, let's keep going. That's very specific, and that's not for all of you guys, okay? And we could be amidst maybe dealing with something like this already, trying to replace a home. Maybe that's been, I don't know, like damage here. Could have been a natural damage. So we have 27 here. And she's reading a letter. Okay, so in the Lenormand, the letter is messaging. It comes in a way of communication through email or through text or through formal writing. 27 or the number 9. Okay, let's keep going. The book, information. Authority, number 10. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Wow, getting Emperor energy coming through that. Aries energy. We have Death Cap with endings, number 19 or the number 10. 10 is about completion, ends of cycles and transformation. It's also the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the universe spinning things in our favor. Endings with Death Cap, Ash. High Honor, 25 or the number 7. Okay. And we have this treasure trove. Looks like a bunch of jewelry, a bunch of treasure. Number 50 or the number 5. 5 is all about conflict and loss. It is about change and rebuild. I'm getting, for a lot of you guys here, something having to be rebuilt. Something having to be rebuilt here, okay? 11, the doll. 11, the doll. Okay, let's see. I need to see what, well, 11's a master number, so about synchronicity and encouragement to keep going. But what is the doll about here? It should be pretty brief. Oh, it's a child. Okay, so birth of a child, new beginnings, rebirth of oneself, pregnancy, small innocence brings happiness and joy. Negatives, immature, childlike behavior, small and insignificant. Okay, I feel like that's a new beginning here. This certainly felt like a doll and not a child or a baby. I do want to see in this book. I'm sorry, this is for the charms, but birth of a child, new beginnings, rebirth of oneself. Okay. I thought maybe we'd have doll in here because I'm still feeling doll more than I'm feeling child. Doll's going to come through here. I'll see if I can pick up what that's about. Okay, 50, number 5. Rhino spirit to overcome any obstacle. Smoke and mirrors. Interesting. Where there's smoke, there's fire. 42. It's number 6 coming through. We have the Almighty Mountain. We have fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you're being given. Oh my goodness. Houses, we have the 9th house, and the 9th house says, as if it or they came from all there is, the philosophies and laws involved, do it in a big way. This is all about travel, wisdom, philosophy. Higher education is also about law, religion, cross-cultural relations, learning, and ethics. Okay. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And we have overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. 43. 42, 43. Number 7. We have 7 here as well. 7 is about faith. It's about wisdom, reflection, and understanding. We have, how can I safeguard what is sacred to me? We have air, and we have water. Meadow lark with protect. Okay, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and did I say earth or did I say water? I'm sorry, earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Maybe I said water for a reason. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We're feeling all signs coming through here, but earth for sure with the mountain, the bird, the rhino, heavy earth presence. And then we have nirvana. Wowzers. And look at this, kind of looks like smoke and fire. Okay. I don't think this reading is for a lot of you guys, okay? And I really don't. And this could be symbolic. It could be a metaphor. It could be actually what physically here might be what's happening, okay? So only take what resonates. Do not feel obligated for this, but I feel I have to deliver this message because it's coming through very loud. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, a physical property here might come up in smoke, okay? And so the fire might signify, I don't know, like our partner leaving or our house burning down or our business being like, I don't know, like torn down because of some natural disaster or something. I feel the law is involved here. And I feel there's overwhelm. And we don't know why this is happening. And I do feel like it's happening because the universe is involved in some way. And I feel like for some of you guys, we might lose possessions here that are only possessions. But I mean, I can't just tell you they're only possessions because we might be very attached to some of these things here. But I feel like it could be things from our childhood. It could be jewels, okay? It could be our material possessions. So I feel like you're protected. And I feel like there's a new beginning here. And the new beginning is washing our hands of whatever that experience was that you're able to overcome through this period of time because you have a reliable group of people around you. And I feel like this opens the door and allows you to show up in a big way that you wouldn't have been prepared to do so had this not happened. So I feel like it's like going to war here. You know, I feel like it's going to war. Having to face such a big obstacle here. Having to overcome this. And if you're already sort of involved in this, you're not sure how to get to the other side. But I feel like Spirit's messaging here is the nirvana that we find once we get to the other end. That we're hardy enough, that we're strong enough, that our community is sturdy enough to pull us through. And so I feel like this is needing to happen in order for there to be a new beginning. This is creating an end to something in our life here so that we can get empowered for the next thing here. I feel like it's something formal that sort of formalizes the change in order for there to be a new beginning. For you to start fresh, for you to make a move. Like, I don't know, for some of you guys, you might literally travel after, like, not feel held back or held down because now you're free of, I don't know, like a certain thing that was keeping you back or keeping you stuck or keeping you here. And so I feel like this shifts a big part of you here. And so I feel like at some point this might feel very overwhelming because how do we deal with this? But I feel like there's a liberation that comes through this. And like I said, this doesn't have to maybe be literal so much as an event here that happens. And I feel it can never be the same. Like it's done, okay, with the ash. Like it's done. And so I feel like this allows you to see self with the mirrors here. Like it really provides you with great insight here, and you realize what's important. You can overcome anything here. You see your strength, you see your determination, you see your ability to pull through, you see who matters, what matters, which people in your life matter. You now have the freedom to kind of go where you want. You no longer feel like whatever had you stuck or what seemed like obstacle is now a challenge. It's now whatever is beauty in your life is what you're able to work with. And I do feel like what is important and sacred and beautiful is protected here. And I feel you see it and you can engage with it differently because now you've experienced something here that allows you to see. And so I feel like it's been difficult to see this because we've been sort of on a lower level of being involved with whatever you've been involved with, that we couldn't see from a greater perspective with all these balloons. So now we're put in a position where we have no choice but to see the greatness in life, or to see this new beginning, or to have this fresh start in life that is way more aligned with a new life, you know. And I feel like it opens the door to something here that now points us towards success. That is now a new experience here. And so I feel like maybe where we were very chained by something, maybe that it was more material here, or that had us hostage in some way because materially, or however it practically housed us or held us or did what it did, I feel like it no longer has a hold here. We could still move forward. We could still take what matters. We could still take the treasure that matters. Okay, like whatever's sacred, we could still take with us. And leave behind whatever was not working here. I know it's a very specific message, you guys, okay? I don't know, but that's what's coming through. That's all I can say to you. So let's see. We're going to pull some tarot because, like I said, this could certainly be just a metaphor for something here, you know? And this is how it's coming out. So, spirits, what am I missing here for pile number 3? What are they needing to know right here, right now, in regards to this solar eclipse, this new moon in Aries? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3, what they need to know. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. Thank you so, so much. Justice. This is the authority. This is the legal system. This is the formal contract, the writing, the paperwork, something. Okay, I don't know. Marriage, court. This is finding justice after an injustice. Burden, demands, overload. 10 wands. Okay, it certainly would be a burden here dealing with something. And I can't help but see the fire here, you guys. Okay, I don't know. Like something set ablaze. I don't know. A home, a thing here I feel like is set ablaze. You know, and it could cause a very heavy burden on you in some way here, but I feel like there's the silver lining. There's the seeing of something now greater here, but I feel like it becomes heavy because we're dealing with legalities and dealing with stuff here. Maybe you have to battle with the insurance agency in some way, or like we said, it was inheritance in pile 1 was coming through, so it could be we're dealing with someone maybe that's dealing with a fire and we inherit something. New home, new attitude. So we have Page of Pentacles, talent, skill, money. Page of Pentacles, this is this child energy coming through, an opportunity here to manifest a new beginning. Money coming in. We have 9 wands, strength, support, boundaries. So I feel we find some strength here and the support we need. We are resilient. So I feel like this is the wounded warrior who's survived some sort of struggle, some sort of battle. On the star above her head, which is about the future, attaining our hopes and our wishes for the future, finding balance. Star above her head too, following her North Star. Aquarius energy. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is the solidness with the King of Pentacles. This is what we've built. Reliable, visionary, generous. It is in reverse. I feel like the stability we might have relied on, the practical thing that was built, I feel is no longer, we could no longer rely on it. I feel we can no longer rely on whatever this thing is here, okay? The King of Pentacles could be father energy. Could be someone who's reliable, is no longer, I don't know, relied on. becomes some heavy load here, that we can't rely on someone in our life here that maybe we used to, or something, or a stable thing here. Spirit, a clear and concise message here for pile 3. 7 swords. So the 7 swords in reverse. Dishonesty, theft, and dishonesty and theft, it says here, and it's in reverse. So it's like seeing through the smoke and mirrors now, seeing through what we weren't able to see through in the past here, seeing through the lie, seeing through what wasn't actually stable, what we couldn't really rely on, finding the actual support here, having to carry some load, having to find justice maybe with someone here who, or balance here with someone who maybe we weren't able to. The Hangman, seeing something from a different perspective. This is waiting and rebirth, sacrifice, and reflection. Being in limbo. Pisces energy. Under that, 5 swords, upheaval, conflict, loss. This isn't a very good reading when we're getting a lot of loss and upheaval coming through, but I think what Spirit really wanted us to see here is that this is revealing something here to you. It's revealing something here to you. It's allowing there to be a new beginning in something here that I think shifts something significantly, because I feel like the burden would be to remain or to continue down something here that eventually wouldn't allow there to be change, that wouldn't allow there to be beauty. So let's pull some more. Pile number 3. It's not all rainbows and unicorns here with these readings, and like I said, this don't take this message if this isn't your message here. This could be something you're already challenged with, or dealing with, or understanding on some level. I don't see a tower, so I don't think this is something sudden, although I feel like it's something that you're having to endure through. Yeah, and I feel like it's already sort of happened here with the Ash. Like maybe you're already in something that's been over and you're trying to make do with it. You could no longer work with it. It's no longer something you could build with, and you're needing to understand the new. What can you work with the new here? And maybe you just don't see it. Something needs to be formalized. And this will require you to endure and overcome making these steps to move towards this fresh start. Spirit, what am I missing here for pile 3? Pile 3's reading. Clear and concise message. What am I getting wrong? Anything else pile 3 is needing to know? High Priestess. Pisces energy. It says secrets, dreams, wisdom, and inner voice. We have strength. This is the courage to move forward. Control. Pressing forward despite fears. Having to release where we need to let go in order to move forward. I see the Death Skull here, which is all about new beginnings. Transitioning. Page of Cups. It says magic, fun. This is that youthful energy coming through. Why is this strength here? Leo and Pisces we have here. Why is this strength here, spirits? What am I missing? Can we get clarity for pile number 3's reading? We have Queen of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is strength in reverse. Ambition and truth. And 5 Pentacles in reverse. And why is this Page of Cups here? We have the Queen of Wands. And under that, we have 4 Wands, home. And under that, we have the Emperor. Emperor came out for all 3 readings here. Okay, all 3 readings could certainly be tied here, okay? Make of it what you will with this message. I'm just reading energy. So, 4 Wands. This is the home. This is the stability. Okay, this is also about freedom and creativity, which is coming through here. A rite of passage. This could be the marriage card, and we were seeing justice. So something about a home life here, okay? Maybe we were trying to make do with something that's been over in some way. And I feel like we're being liberated in some way to be empowered to have a new beginning. Okay, and I feel like this new beginning is in line with intuitively what's supposed to happen here. The death and the rebirth, okay, with the skull. Intuitively, with the High Priestess here and the Queen of Wands, manifests her future. She's confident, she's powerful, she can create, she's a leader, she has focus. So I feel like creativity is coming through with all three of these. All four of these, I should say. Okay, so there's creating of a new future, having the power to do so. But I feel like we've been held back, or we've been incapable of facing what we needed to do here. So I feel like something happens here in order to pull us out of an environment that's been 5 pentacles, that's been limiting, loss, struggle, hardship. Okay, so we might have been dealing with Ash. We might have been dealing with a situation I feel that's been not workable here, and having to really see what we can work with, having the information and the knowledge we need here that we weren't seeing before. The truth we weren't seeing with the 7 of Swords in reverse. Now we see a truth, okay? That's us now seeing through things. With the ambition here too, it's having the courage from within us to take action, to see a greater truth that we weren't seeing. Okay, and if we don't see it, we can't take action. If we're not aware of it, if we're not clear about it, we can't take action. We can't align ourselves with moving out of 5 pentacles and 10 wands. So I don't know if you guys are in a big struggle here, okay? But I feel like there is a major shift coming in with this solar eclipse. And again, it's not only the day of the solar eclipse and all of the changes we're seeing energetically is going to play out over a long period of time here. This could be 3 months, 6 months as things start to slowly shift here. Okay, but I feel like this energy is now bringing in an awareness, bringing in you coming out of uncertainty, you coming out of an energy here where you might feel at the mercy of being held back or incapable of moving towards something you can work with. Hierophant, this is also the marriage card here, okay? This is the father card. The Hierophant is also marriage. The 4 wands is marriage. The Judgment's marriage. It could be, you know, and I say marriage, it could be almost married or a home life situation here, or the way we are established, the structure. Okay, structure. And the law with the justice getting involved. I feel law coming in here. So maybe we were trying to, it feels very much similar to one where we were trying to maybe get something formalized, maybe a divorce formalized, or a splitting of assets formalized, you know, and it feels like we're losing our home. Maybe it seems like something that we can never attain anymore, you know, we're losing our possessions or valued possessions in some way so we can move forward. But I feel like what Spirit is showing is you move towards the nirvana here. The nirvana is being in tune with what you can create, getting empowered, manifesting something here that's aligned with your intuition. This inner voice is all about your wisdom and your clarity and working with spirits to manifest things here that I feel are unable to manifest if you're dealing with 5 pentacles and 10 wands. So control and order, being able to make things happen despite maybe where we might have been fearing, or we might have been held back, or we might have been unclear. Things being revealed. We see secrets. We see the 7 swords in the reverse, and we see Queen of Wands in reverse, because I feel like we were in the dark not seeing something that now we're able to see. That enables us to reflect, make decisions. Okay, and I just heard again, where there's smoke, there's fire. So I feel like maybe we already know that there's a fire brewing somewhere here, and we were not wanting to lean into the strength to make decisions here because we were uncertain. We couldn't get clear. We couldn't, get clear, make decisions here, I feel, with that Queen of Swords. So, final words here for pile 3, Spirit. What are they needing to know in regards to this reading? Any questions they might have in regards to this reading that I can provide clarity, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. Thank you so much. Fool in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, and Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Star. Like I said, the Star. The North Star, our dreams, miracles, hope. I feel like there's a need to maintain hope, you know, believe in miracles. We have faith here, inspiration, the guiding light. Okay, infinite energy. This is Aquarius energy. I feel like your destined future is pushing you towards something here that's like a miracle, okay? And I feel like it's very in line with something here that allows you to create, allows you to tune into an intuitive part of yourself here that I feel allows you to build, create. This is compassion, this is heart space, this is beautiful energy. And I feel like wherever you're involved with this energy is a place that is restricting, doesn't allow there to be movement, is stifling your desire to create. Innocence, which is the child energy we kept seeing, risk in reverse. So I feel like we were stale or working with old things. So our spark was put out. Again, the spark, fire analogy, you know. The spark was put out. The fire was put out. This could literally, like I said, be a metaphor. Your fire is put out. And so I feel like you find your fire, pile 3, like to start anew. And for some of you guys could be literally parting with an old property or an old structure or an old way of being here that you saw as a prized thing. Whatever it is, the family, the home, the stability, the partner, you know, but I feel like the fire was put out. And so we weren't able to make the move. We weren't able to travel. And the travel is our own journey to create, our own journey to find the love space, the heart space here, you know, to believe in miracles and hope and faith and follow our North Star here. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, we were too dependent on a person, place, thing that was keeping us stuck. That wasn't allowing us to be confident and independent, to find the peace and the prosperity. So now I think you're aligned to finding your stability here on your own without being dependent on the past thing here. You find the nirvana. You clean out what's old. You clean out the things that I think were not workable here, okay? In order to ignite you to move forward, put an end to things that don't work. There's resilience coming through. There's a determination. There's a strength. And I feel like there's a loyalty and I feel like a support of people here that allow you to move through this. It might be very difficult to move past obstacles here that you see are unmoving or almost like you couldn't see past or move past, but I feel like you're totally able to overcome these things because I feel like this energy brings the movement here that you're needing. Like you have the fresh start here. You are in line with what I feel Spirit is wanting you to move towards here. The sacredness within you that remains, okay? So pile number 3, I realize this wasn't for everyone, and I feel like you guys take whatever messages here resonate for you. I'm always committed to delivering what I see in the cards, but you use your own intuition, okay? What resonates for you and what doesn't. That is up to you in spirit, and I do love you guys very, very much. I hope to see you guys here again, and I will see you soon. All right, bye-bye.